So now that we've talked about comparing and contrasting, what do you think that looks like in an actual passage? We do this every day. We compare things and contrast things, but when we're reading, it looks a little different. Frogs and toads. So, based on the title, a lot of times we can make a prediction of what our passage is going to be about. If the title is Frogs and Toads, I can make a prediction that the passage is probably comparing how frogs and toads are alike and different. After we read this passage, we'll be able to use a Venn diagram to organize how frogs and toads are the same and different. Frogs and toads are alike in some ways and different in others. They are both amphibians, which means they begin their lives in water, breathing through gills. When they become adults, they breathe through lungs. The skin of a frog is smooth and moist, while a toad's skin is bumpy and dry. A frog has teeth in its upper jaw, but a toad has no teeth. Frogs take long, high jumps, while toads move in small hops. They both eat insects as adults. So while toads and frogs may look alike and belong to the same animal family, they are really different. So now our prediction was true. We learned about how frogs and toads are alike and different. Now, on our Venn diagram, we can go ahead and fill out a lot of information that we learned from our passage. One thing to keep in mind when you are doing a Venn diagram is that in the middle, this is where you put the information that shows that how they're the same. So how they're alike, what they have in common. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that to remind us that the information in the middle is going to be how frogs and toads are alike. Now, frogs is one topic that we learned about. So we'll put that on one side. And toads is another topic that we learned about, and we can put that on the other side. Now, when you're filling out your Venn diagram, in the middle is how they're alike. Frogs is going to be the information on that side is going to be how frogs are different than toads. And then on the toad side, you're going to write how toads are different than frogs. It's very important to go back into your text to find your information.